Hello, everyone. Welcome to Romantic Tales, where we explore love stories that are full of emotion, deeply romantic, and sometimes truly heartbreaking. Today, let's delve into a famous, enchanting, and profound story, Malena, a tale about love, sacrifice, and the resilience of a woman. The story begins in 1940 in Italy, as the country is entering World War II. There, we meet Renato, a 12-year-old boy full of excitement when his father takes him to buy a bicycle. The new bicycle brings Renato immense joy. He immediately runs around town to show it off to his friends. While the group is admiring the bike, a friend suddenly shouts, "She's here. Sit down quickly." Renato is confused and doesn't understand who she is. But right after that, the most beautiful woman in town, Malena, walks by. Renato is completely captivated, his gaze unable to leave Malena. From that moment on, he begins to follow Malena on his bicycle, as if drawn by a mysterious force. Malena lives with her father, an elderly teacher who is deaf and leads a rather secluded life. She is married, but her husband is serving in the army. Her beauty causes many men in the town to admire her, while the women grow envious and secretly wish to possess her grace. Renato became so infatuated with Malena that his mind was constantly consumed with thoughts of her, preventing him from concentrating on his studies. Every day after school, he would sit in front of Malena's house, eagerly hoping to catch a glimpse of her. One day, Malena called Renato over, asking him to buy cigarettes. As he received money from her, Renato felt ecstatic, but then he realized it was just a daydream. As days passed, Renato became increasingly obsessed with Malena. He secretly climbed the tree outside her house to peek through the window. Renato also listened in on her favorite songs and imagined scenes of her appearing in his room, even though he knew it was just a fantasy. However, Malena's life was not easy. When news of her husband's death in the war reached the town, men began to pester her. The women became even more envious, spreading malicious rumors. Nevertheless, Malena remained silent, not responding. One day, Malena's father received an anonymous letter accusing her of having improper relationships with multiple men. Due to public pressure, he drove her out of the house. Renato could only watch in silence, heartbroken to see Malena forced to live in solitude. Malena moved back to her old house, but the pressure from society left her devastated. In her struggle to survive, she began to accept invitations from wealthy men, despite the contemptuous glances from the town. Renato was heartbroken to see this change in her, but he was just a boy and couldn't do anything. Things worsened when a group of women in the town, out of jealousy, came to beat Malena, cutting her hair in the middle of the street and mercilessly berating her. No one stood up to protect her. After the incident, Malena decided to leave the town. A while later, Malena's husband unexpectedly returned, despite having lost an arm in the war. When he went searching for his wife, the villagers had shared malicious rumors with him. Hearing these, he was heartbroken but did not lose faith in his wife. Renato, knowing the truth about Malena, decided to help. He wrote an anonymous letter to her husband, directing him to where Malena was living. The letter helped the couple reunite. A year later, they returned to the town. Malena, now accompanied by her husband, received respect from everyone. When Renato saw Malena at the market, he quietly observed her. She was still beautiful, despite having endured much suffering. Renato picked up oranges that had fallen from her basket and returned them to her. When their eyes met, she smiled gently, and he softly said, "I wish you all the best." When Renato rode his bike home, he reminisced about the memories and told himself, "Many girls have come and gone in my life, but the woman I will never forget is Malena." Thank you all for following Malena's touching story. This is a story not only about love, but also about resilience in the face of harsh societal pressures. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the Romantic Tales channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the upcoming emotional stories. See you in the next videos.